lesson na to, we're going to discuss the fundamental concepts, the topic of atomic and molecular formula. Again, this should have been discussed in your lecture. Yung sa lab natin na molecular formula tsaka atomic formula, medyo shortcut yun. Or molecular mass pala, sorry. Atomic and molecular mass, medyo shortcut yan. Okay? We're also going to discuss stoichiometric analysis. So, assume nyo na computation tong part na to. Hopefully naka-ready yung mga calculators. Okay? For the fundamental concepts, your stoichiometry is a fundamental mathematical principle used to describe the law of conservation of mass, which states that matter cannot be created nor destroyed, but only converted from one form to another. Na-discuss na natin yan from our first experiment in the concept of your atoms. Okay? For the fundamental equation of the law of conservation of mass, input plus generation is equal to output plus consumption plus accumulation. And in a steady-step process, accumulation is always equal to 0. So pag tuloy-tuloy lang yung reaction, hindi siya nag-accumulate. No? Sa reactant, lagi magre-react kay product, walang nagkakaroon ng pagbalik sa reactants kasi tuloy-tuloy lang siya. Okay, but in the batch process, nagkakaroon ka ng tinatawag nating accumulation or pag hindi tuloy-tuloy yung reaction natin. Okay? So stoichiometry is the measure of the quantitative relationship between the products and reactants of a given chemical reaction in terms of their relative ratios of mass. Okay? In general, chemical reactions combine indefinite ratios of chemicals. Since chemical reactions can neither be created nor destroyed, nor transmute one element into another. Actually, this is not true. No? Yung transmute one element into another. Nung ginagawa kasi itong law na to, hindi pa sila aware sa nuclear reactions. Okay? So, nuclear reactions, pwede kang mag-divide. No? In this case, uranium, pwede siya maging lead, pwede siya maging ibang elements no? Until such time maging stable siya. Okay? But for the meantime, since we're not dealing with nuclear reactions, true pa rin tong statement na to, ha? Nor transmute one element into another. The amount of each element must be the same throughout the overall reaction. So that's the fundamental rule of stoichiometry. Okay? For example, the number of atoms of a given element X on the reactant side must equal the number of atoms of that element on the product side, whether or not all of those atoms are actually involved in a reaction. Okay? That's why we have to balance every chemical equation because it is important as it indicates the quantitative relationships between the moles of reactants and the products. So these stoichiometric relationships provide the basis for many analytical calculations. Okay, before we proceed, we must be able to know how to predict chemical reactions. Okay? So we have 4 types of chemical reactions na i-discuss natin today. Actually, there are a lot. No, particularly in organic chemistry. Pag pumasok na tayo ng organic chemistry, you have to memorize at least 200 types of reactions. But for inorganic chemistry, we only need to know 4 types of chemical reactions. We have first your synthesis reaction. This is a combination between 2 elements. Okay? Such as your aluminum metal reacting with chlorine gas, the product will be a simple compound containing both of the elements. In that case, that would be your aluminum chloride. Okay? So aluminum is a group 3 element which is typically forms a 3+ ion, and chlorine being part of your group 7 will accept 1 electron and form a monoanion. So again, to represent that, again your aluminum is part of group 3. So meron siyang 3+ na charge. And then si chlorine, meron siyang -1 na charge. So in that case, ang mapo-form natin na compound ay AlCl2. Okay, to represent this reaction, meron kang aluminum metal, so Al na solid. Pag nireact mo yan with your chlorine gas, okay, so dito papasok yung tinatawag nating diatomic atoms. Pero ano yung mga diatomic atoms? You have to memorize these diatomic atoms. These are atoms that forms bonds with themselves. So, madali lang yan kabisaduhin. hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, lahat ng halogens, no? Si fluorine, si bromine, tsaka si iodine. So these are your diatomic ions, or sorry, diatomic elements. Again, definition of diatomic elements, elements that bonds with themselves. Okay, so ilan lang yan? 7 lang yan. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, tsaka iodine. So if these elements are present in their gaseous form, assume that they are always diatomic. Okay, remember that. In this case, we are given chlorine gas. So since chlorine is part of your diatomic elements, dapat i-assume nyo na Cl2 siya. Hindi lang chlorine but Cl2. Okay? So your aluminum will react with chlorine forming your aluminum chloride. So tanong ko sa inyo guys, balance ba yung equation? Hindi naman bukas yung exam natin, Kelsey. Don't worry. Sunday bukas.
Hindi po, sir.
So hindi pa balance. Mamaya na natin siya i-balance pag pumunta na tayo sa balancing part. But know that this is the chemical reaction. So this is what we call your synthesis reaction. Again, combination of two elements forming a compound. Okay? So that is your synthesis. Yan, putting it together, meron kang AlCl3. Yan. Binalance na pala nung ano. May balance example na pala. Binalance na. So remember those diatomic molecules sa hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, tapos lahat ng halogens. Okay? So next reaction that we have is your decomposition reaction. This is just an opposite of your synthesis. Okay, for synthesis, that is combination of two elements forming a compound. For decomposition reaction, this is a compound being decomposed into its elemental structures. Okay? So, ang dapat nyo tandaan, for decomposition reaction, usually this is done with the presence of heat. Okay? So, pag nakakita kayo ng delta or ng triangle, that is heat or presence of light. Okay? Pag nakita kayo ng lambda. Okay, so yung mga chemists kasi natin, mahilig sila gumamit ng mga Greek letters. So, delta for heat or yung triangle, and then lambda for light. So, in the presence of heat or in the presence of light, some of your compounds will decompose into their elemental features. Okay, so an example of which is the decomposition of your nickel carbonate. So, in the presence of heat, no, it will be decomposed into nickel oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay? Decomposition reaction is especially true for metal hydrogen carbonates as they decompose on heating to give metal carbonate, carbon dioxide, and water. So in this case, we have your sodium bicarbonate. When you heat it up, okay, it will be decomposed into its sodium carbonate, water, and carbon dioxide. So this is the decomposition reaction. Again, decomposition reaction only happens in the presence of heat and the presence of light. Or presence of heat or presence of light. Okay? So finally, many oxygen-containing compounds will decompose on heating to yield oxygen gas and other compounds, such as your hydrogen peroxide. So this is hydrogen peroxide. When you heat it up, it will be decomposed into oxygen and water. Okay, so meron kang mercuric oxide. So when you heat up your mercuric oxide, it will be decomposed into oxygen and mercury. So yung chemical symbol for mercury is Hg, And then lastly, we have your potassium chloride. Potassium chlorate. When you heat it up, it will be decomposed into oxygen and potassium chloride. Question from BJ. Yes, BJ?
Sir, dinig po.
Yes.
Sir, tanong ko lang po, may follow po ba kaming group sa pagsusulat kung sino po yung mauuna? Kunyari po, group 4 din, ganun po.
For inorganic chemistry, ang laging mauuna yung nasa pinaka-left. So, follow nyo yung trends ng periodic table. No? Left, kung sino yung nasa left, siya yung mauunang isulat. So, in this case, mas left si hydrogen kaysa kay oxygen. Siya na unang masulat. Mas left si nickel kaysa kay carbon kaysa kay oxygen. So, si nickel yung unang nasulat. No? You have to follow yung pinaka-left. Pero hindi yan laging true ha. Minsan, nababiolate yan. Pero most of the time, ganun yung rule. Okay? So, tapos na tayo sa synthesis or combination reaction. Tapos na tayo sa decomposition reaction. We're now going to discuss your single replacement reaction. Okay? So recall that in general, no, your metals will replace metals and non-metals will replace non-metals. Okay? So metals will replace metals and non-metals will replace non-metals. So in this case, sa reaction na to, ano bang meron ka? Meron kang plumbic chloride. It reacts with your diatomic fluorine. So again, fluorine, kaya siya F2 is because it is part of your diatomic molecules. Okay? So it reacts with your diatomic fluorine forming plumbic chloride plus your diatomic fluorine. So pinalitan lang, no? Nagpalit lang sila. So that is the principle behind your single replacement. The same thing is true. For example, meron kang aluminum chloride plus sodium metal. So pagka nag-form yan, magpapalit lang sila, magkakaroon ka ng NaCl plus aluminum metal. So nagpalit lang si sodium at si aluminum. Okay? So again, ang rule dyan, metal will replace metal and then non-metal will replace non-metal. Okay, meron tayo guys tinatawag na activity series. Ito yon. Okay? Kung sino yung nasa taas, kaya niyang palitan nyo nasa baba niya. Okay? So for example, meron kang KCl, example lang to ha, plus lithium metal. Pag nag-react yan, kayang palitan ni lithium si potassium, no? Kasi mas mataas si lithium kaysa kay potassium doon sa activity series, forming your lithium chloride plus potassium metal. Okay? Paano sir pagka nasa baba? Kunwari, si potassium chloride nag-react siya kay barium metal, mapapalitan ba? Hindi. No? So bawal sila magpalit kasi mas mababa si barium kaysa kay potassium. So in this case, you will just write NR or no reaction. Okay? So again, for that, the rules should apply na dapat mas mataas sa activity series yung metal para mapalitan niya yung nasa baba niya. Again, yung nasa baba, hindi niya pwedeng palitan yung nasa taas. Gets? Clear ba yun, Sam? Samuel?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Si Althea, clear? The same thing is true for sa non-metals. In this case, ang involved lang naman sa non-metals is your halogens. Siya na yung aking cursor. Okay? So si chlorine, hindi niya pwedeng palitan si fluorine, pero si fluorine, kaya niya palitan si chlorine. An example of which yun nga kanina, pero bigay tayong bago. Lithium chloride plus your diatomic fluorine, pag nag-react yan, magiging lithium fluoride plus your diatomic chlorine. So hindi pa tayo nagbabalance, wala pa ako dun sa balancing, kaya medyo wala pa tayo mga stoichiometric coefficient na tinatawag. However, kung meron ka namang lithium chloride, tapos nireact mo yan kay diatomic chlorine, since nasa baba si chlorine ni fluorine, lalagay mo no reaction or that NR. Pwede ring no RXN. Okay? Tandaan ha, ang pwede lang pumalit is yung nasa taas. Yung nasa baba, hindi niya pwedeng palitan yung nasa taas niya. Sir, open table ba tayo pag nasa exam? Ano ba? Pag-isipan ko. Ako rin naman hindi ko memorize tong activity series. So baka magpa-open table na lang ako pag exam natin. Okay? So tandaan nyo yung rule na yun ha, for single replacement reaction. Kailangan nasa taas ka para mapalitan mo yung nasa baba mo. Pag nasa baba ka, hindi mo pwedeng palitan yung nasa taas mo. Okay? Clear? Sefe? Jamil? Tulog na ba?
Clear po, sir.
Tulog na yata si Jamil. Pinasumasagot.
Clear po, sir.
And then lastly, we have your, ano ba to? Okay. We have your double displacement. Okay? Pag double displacement, wala kang ipa-follow na activity series. Wala to ha, pag double displacement. Ang mangyayari sa double displacement, magpapalitan lang sila ng metals sa non-metals. So in this case, si lead, papalitan niya si potassium, and then si nitrate, so isang buo to ha, nitrate and ion, papalitan niya si iodine. So in this case, ang kanilang product ay, ano ba to? Plumbus, kasi ito lang siya. Plumbus iodide plus potassium nitrate. So nagpalitan lang silang dalawa. So si double displacement actually yung pinakamadali sa lahat. Okay. Basta makakita ka ng dalawang compounds na pinagsama, pagpapalitin mo lang yung anions tsaka yung cations nila. So apply natin, no? Let's predict the products of the following reactions. Ano kaya to? MbR2 plus AgNO3. Sa apat na reactions, is it a synthesis or combination, decomposition, single replacement, or double replacement? Si Francine. Ano dun? Okay. So actually, Francine, this is a double displacement. Kung magiging single displacement to or single replacement, Francine, dapat ang maging itsura niya ay MgBr2 plus Ag metal. Kaya lang kasi meron nakakabit na NO3 doon sa Ag mo. Okay, so this is a double displacement. Nagets ba yung pinagkaiba nila, Francine? Okay. So anong products kaya nito, Francine? Ako na lang muna. So again, pag double displacement, pagpapalitin lang natin sila. Si Mg kakabit kay nitrate, ito yon, isang buo. Si silver, kakabit ng isang buo kay bromine. Okay. Pero importante dito guys yung charge ha. So, iano muna natin yung mga charges nila. Si Mg 2 plus Br minus plus Ag. Anong charge ni silver dito? 1 lang, no? 1 plus. Tapos, yung charge ni nitrate ay 1 lang din. Again, you have to, hindi pala. Sorry, inalaw ko pala kayong gumamit ng table of cations tsaka anions. No? So, my bad. Hindi niya kailangan i-memorize. Okay? So, si Mg kakabit kay nitrate. Si silver kakabit kay bromine. Ayan, magkakabitan lang silang dalawa. Ala, sinong kabit dyan? Baka may kumakabit dyan, ha? Okay, so therefore, yung products natin, Mg, since yung charge ni nitrate is -1 lang, tapos yung charge ni magnesium ay 2+, edi MgNO3. Question? Meron nagtaas? Okay. So ganito siya, Francine. MgNO3 plus, since yung charge ni silver ay +1 lang, and then yung charge ni bromine ay -1, edi AgBr. Okay. Question. Balance ba yung reaction natin? Kay CJ. Balance ba siya, CJ?
Opo, ata.
Sure ka?
Medyo hindi.
Hindi siya balance, no? Paano siya, sir, na hindi naging balance? Tingnan mo yung magnesium dito at magnesium dito, 1:1. Tingnan mo yung bromine dito, tingnan mo yung bromine dito. Ano, CJ? Ilan yung bromine sa reactants, ilan yung bromine sa products?
Yung sa ano po 2, tas yung sa isa wala. 1 lang.
Okay. So, hindi siya balance. What we can do, we can balance, no? Nalagyan natin ng 2 dito. Sa balance na ba yung bromine natin, CJ?
Opo.
Okay. So, balance si magnesium, balance na si bromine. Si silver, balance kaya siya, CJ?
Hindi.
Hindi. So, ilan si CJ? Ilan si silver sa reactant, ilan si silver sa product?
1 lang po yung sa reactant, tas yung sa product 2.
So what we can do, we can write 2 here to balance them out. Tapos, since balance na si silver, how about si nitrate, CJ? Si nitrate dito, tsaka si nitrate dito, balance ba siya?
Hindi po.
Actually, balance na siya. No, so, meron ka ng dalawang nitrate sa reactant. Ito yon 2 times the nitrate here. And then, for the products, meron kang NO3 tapos may 2 siya na subscript. So, balance na siya. Okay? Nagets ha? So, this is the product of the reaction between your magnesium bromide tsaka silver nitrate. Okay, so hopefully marunong na rin kayo magpangalan ng inorganic compounds ha. Marunong nang basahin to. Magnesium bromide, silver nitrate, magiging magnesium nitrate plus silver bromide. Okay, next. So ano kaya itong reaction na to? Kanina na tayo. Kay Christy. So NO2 plus heat. Is it a synthesis, decomposition, single replacement? So may nagtaas ng kamay or may nag-message? Sige, si Jened. Nagtataas ng kamay si Jened.
Decomposition po dahil ginamitan ng heat.
Okay, so this is a decomposition reaction. Okay, so ano bang rules natin pag decomposition reaction? It will be transformed, no? May O2 siya. So balikan natin yung rules natin for decomposition reaction. Maglalabas siya ng oxygen plus yung element niya. Okay? So si NO, pag ginamitan natin siya ng heat, magiging oxygen siya plus nitrogen gas. Again, si nitrogen, kailangan diatomic siya ha, part siya ng mga diatomic molecule. Okay, balance ba yung reaction natin? Si Christy? Hindi sumagot si Christy kanina. Balance ba? Okay.
Opo, sir.
Actually, hindi. Titingnan mo, Christy, yung oxygen, balance siya. Oh, yes, balance yung oxygen. O2 dito, tapos O2 sa products. How about si nitrogen, Christy? Balance pa si nitrogen?
Hindi po, sir.
Hindi. No. So, you have to write 2 here. And then, since naglagay ka ng 2 doon, balance pa rin ba siya o hindi na, Christy?
Hindi na po. Kulang po
Okay,
yung
so saan ako dapat magdagdag?
Sa oxygen.
Okay, so dapat pa ako magdagdag ng 2 sa oxygen. So that is the balance reaction. Madali lang yung balancing, kayang-kayang i-perfect, no? Colleen?
Ayos lang po.
Sir, ask lang po ulit type of reaction sa unang given. That is your double replacement reaction. Pwedeng double replacement or double displacement. Paras lang yan. Okay, sige. Okay, next we have this one. So this is a reaction between sulfur and oxygen. Ano kayang tawag sa reaction na to? Eldridge. Synthesis po. Okay, so this is your synthesis reaction. Okay, so sulfur will combine with oxygen and it will form sulfur trioxide. Okay, so tandaan nyo, anything that is combined with an oxygen, no, magkakaroon siya ng oxide. Okay, so S8 plus oxygen, sulfur trioxide. Pagka nag-react ka naman ng P10 plus O2, magiging phosphorus pentaoxide. Ano to? Parang kailangan nyo siyang i-memorize. No? Si N2, pag nilagay mo siya kay oxygen, magkakaroon ka ng nitrogen trioxide. Okay? So, ganyan siya pagka nagre-react. Madali lang naman yan i-memorize. Okay, so si sulfur, pag nag-react siya with your oxygen, it will form SO3. Question? Si Mafi?
Sir, ask ko lang, di ba i-criss-cross yan, yung sulfur at saka yung oxygen?
Hindi. Criss-cross is only true for metals plus non-metals. This is a combination between non-metal plus non-metal. So, criss-crossing is not applicable here.
Okay. Okay po.
Okay? For non-metal reaction, wala tayong choice but to memorize them. Anyway, madali lang naman siya. So, to balance this out, maglagay tayo ng 8 dito. So 8 sulfur, 8 sulfur sa reactant, oxygen here, meron kang 24. Here, para maging 24 siya, maglalagay ako ng 12. So that is the balance reaction. Okay? Merong question si Janet.
Sir, ba't po ulit naging 3 po yung sa oxygen? Yung
Okay,
reaction?
so for sulfur plus oxygen, Janet, lagi yan magiging SO3. Any form of sulfur, ha? Pwede kasi yung SO2. Okay? Pwede yung SO8. So any form of sulfur, Janet, pag nag-react with oxygen, it will form SO3. Any form of your phosphorus, pwedeng P10, pwedeng P5, pwedeng P2, pwede ring P3. Okay? Pag nag-react yan with oxygen, laging P2O5. Okay? Tandaan mo na lang yan. Okay, so any form ni nitrogen, anyway, isa lang naman yung form ni nitrogen. If it reacts with your oxygen, it will always form NO3. Actually, may mga byproduct yan, pero main product nila is NO3, SO3, P2O5. Sir, ano yung mga byproducts? For NO3, pwede siya mag-form ng NO2, pwede siya mag-form ng N2O. Okay. Sir, kailan ko malalaman? I-indicate ko, ha? Pagka ganyan yung problema. Sa balancing or sa problem, i-indicate ko kung yung product ba niya NO3, NO2, saka N2O. Pero pag predicting products, lagi nyo isusulat ay NO3. Okay? Gets? Clear? Same with your sulfur. Pwede yan bumuo ng SO2. Okay. Dalawa lang naman yung isa lang naman yung byproduct ng sulfur. So, pag sa problem, i-indicate ko na SO2. Pero pag sa predicting of chemical reactions or predicting ng products, ang lagi nyo ilalagay ay SO3. Okay. Sa phosphorus, madami rin yung form. Pwede yan maging PO4, pwede yan maging PO3. Marami ang form. Pero pag predicting ng chemical reactions, ang lagi nyo ilalagay ay P2O5. Is that clear? Clear, ha? Yeah. Clear ko na rin yung board.